Become a Golden Knight today by clicking that subscribe button and that bell. Anyway, on with the video. Hello my Golden Knights, it's richyrichgold here, and welcome back to Cities Skylines. So today we've got our next episode, or our next installment of our Cities Skylines series. Now, in the last episode, we did some interesting things. I've basically, pretty much forgotten what we actually did. Can't remember if we kind of extended this out or if that was in a previous episode. I'm really not sure, but I know one thing we absolutely did for certain was we did this brand new transportation system, and as you can see, there are a lot of people using it. Just a huge amount. We'll see if they pick up all of them. What's the passenger kind of... what's the passenger, capabilities on this train? I'm not sure. It's not full, but it took quite a lot of people. So it looks like these guys are kind of waiting to try and get on the train here. But yeah, that's a really cool kind of installment. Looks like lots of people are using it. It's not the prettiest track in the world. We might update it at some point. But for the moment, it looks pretty good. Especially like how it goes over the road. So that, we don't have to have some sort of crossing or whatnot. But anyway, what are we actually going to do in this video? Well, there were some fires over here, but it looks like that's kind of been sorted out a bit. But it's not very good how it did kind of, the fire started like that. But what we're actually going to be doing in this episode is just kind of messing around a little bit and building some new stuff, just prettying up the city a little bit. That's pretty much what we're going to do. But something that I would like to add is just a little road here, because there have been a little bit of garbage issues in this new district, and I would like to kind of get that done, get those garbage trucks to go through there. As you can see, there we go, it's using it. Lovely. Okay, so that's great. Looks like more people are kind of going to use this road, which is good, and kind of be in this area, because at the moment, it's very, very empty. It was very expensive, and it's very empty. So something that's going to be really fun to do is we're actually going to be doing a bunch of the district stuff around here. So you guys may have seen, I'll just pause, I'll stop doing that for a second. You guys may have seen that these buildings have changed, and maybe so have these a little bit. And that's because I changed the style. It kind of came apparent to me that, they were in kind of the European style, and I didn't really like that, so I've gone to the kind of this American style. Even though we do drive on the side of the road here, I do kind of want some sort of, familiar looking buildings rather than the kind of the low level European style ones. But anyway, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be messing around with our districts here. And extending it over here so that we get the style, those, style buildings everywhere. Especially in the business district that we've just created. So how we do that is we just go into this and just click vanilla. And I'm not sure if this will change these houses. I'm pretty sure kind of houses are houses in this game, so it might not change these. But definitely we'll be seeing a big change once we do it for the business district. Now, we've got some demand for commercial, so we're going to have to put in some sort of shops or some sort of, big monument that, counts as commercial or something like that. And there we go, we'll change it to vanilla, and everything should just kind of get knocked down and upgraded. Yep, there it goes. And then, yeah, hopefully that should kind of fix this issue that we've been having. So yeah, there's a lot of demand for commercial right now, and I think there was some sort of shopping center. Yeah, here we go, Mall of Moderation. And I'm thinking if we kind of put this in here, it might count for some commercial. I'll have a look. Yeah, I think so. It says entertainment, but I think it might do something. So we'll put it down here. It's very expensive, but this is kind of our first main building. There we go. So that's popped up. Now, does that... Yes, it has put down the commercial demand a little bit, which is really good, but it's kind of starting to go back up. So we're going to have to fix that by somehow putting some more commercial in. I'm not sure. Oh wow, okay, this place is just completely empty again. Now, some of our factories don't have enough workers, so we're going to need to raise our population. Now, to raise our population, we're going to need more commercial so that we can get a higher demand for residential so we can build more residential, if that makes sense. So what we're going to do is we are going to replace a bunch of these office squares. We're going to completely remove these, okay, because the office squares, we just don't have a high enough population to kind of deal with that. So we'll just turn it all into low density commercial. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. I know, we aren't gonna get our huge kind of commercial, office spaces, but at least it should handle our commercial issue that we've been having. So maybe this will kind of tackle the demand for our commercial, and we should be able to get some more residential zoning. Now, whenever the residential zone goes up, it's kind of going back down just because we've got a bunch of these, areas upgraded, and they're, getting replaced now. But once that kind of shoots up a bit, we'll be able to start on a brand new neighborhood. But what to do to pass the time, ladies and gentlemen? Well, I have had a brilliant idea, I think, that we should have done earlier, but I don't know why we didn't do it until now. And that idea, if we just pause the game here, is to put in some sort of toll. Okay, we need some sort of toll to enter the city for extra money or whatever we might need. So that should be enough space for that. Actually, we'll back that up just a bit. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into roads, tolls. Oh dear, we can't get the two-way. Oh no, can the one-ways fit on like either side? I think they can. Okay. Okay, there we go. We've got the right one there. And we can do that. So we'll just have to speed it up a little bit just to get a few extra thousands. We've had to close off the entrance to our city for so long now. It's a bit annoying. Especially for the people trying to export stuff, I would guess. Okay, there we go. That's done. And now all we need is just some highways to connect that up. There we go. And there we are. We should be good. So that should all be connected. It's not pretty, but it works. And we'll just need to connect that up as well. Of course, not enough money. I don't think we're going to be able to build a major road with 90-something dollars in our bank. But we should be able to connect that. We also need water because for some reason all buildings need water and power. So we'll do that. We'll also... I kind of want to just put a wind turbine, but I think the cheaper option is literally just to connect it up there. There we go, that's all connected. And now, finally, so that people can actually enter our city, we'll build the roads. And there we are, ladies and gentlemen. So now, once we switch around the direction for these, we should have the entire city open and ready for business. So a bunch of vehicles should be coming in soon. To enter the new toll booths, and that's going to be really good because it means that we're going to get some extra money, and it will also kind of slow down the traffic a bit so that it can give the traffic over on this kind of side time to clear. Okay, that's what I'm doing, because as you can see, they kind of stop and slow down, and then they keep going. Oh, that's a major fire. Okay, the fire department's there. Okay, I was almost worried, but the fire department's there, so that should be alright. But yeah, there they go. So here we go. We're getting a bunch of money. So I think it's like two each. Okay, our money's already going up. Look at that. Okay, that's great. That is actually really good. But we need yet more commercial. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and just zone all of these squares as low density commercial. I think this is how we should have started anyway. We should have just started with this rather than the offices. That's what I'm thinking. But as you can see, we've got high density residential over here. And this is starting to look a bit like a city. We've got like some tall buildings and stuff here. Yeah, this is looking really good. I'm really pleased with the city so far. Really quickly, I'm just going to change some of the buildings out for the kind of American variants, because they had, they all were the European kind of style ones. But I just really like the normal kind of looking ones, definitely. So that's just me, that's just my preference. I prefer that over, that old one. So we're just kind of save up a bit and replace some of the, things like the hospitals and the police stations and things like that with just things that look a bit more modern and nicer. And when I say nicer, I don't necessarily mean nicer, I just mean it kind of fits in with the modern kind of vibe that we got going on with with our city at the moment. Now, we have a lot of abandoned buildings around the city. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure if it's a lack of workers or really what kind of the issue is. But we're going to be destroying them because it kind of lowers the land value and whatnot around it. So we're going to destroy them, so hopefully they'll become bustling again. I'm not sure what the issue is with our kind of clean industry over here. It's this lack of resources. I'm not sure. I don't know if, like, is the land fertile enough? Like, what is the issue here? But we're going to try and clear these out. I'm not sure what the actual problem is with the lack of workers and all this stuff. But if anyone knows, please let me know in the comment section below, because I'm not sure how to fix the lack of resources and stuff. Okay, we have a huge demand for our residential. So what we are going to be doing is we're going to be de-zoning a bunch of this residential along here, a bunch of this, and just completely rezoning it as high density, and that might do a little something. But we're going to kind of expand further out this way. So we'll go ahead and just start with de-zoning all kind of the end of this, right? And then rezone it to be, you know, completely high density. That's kind of what we're going to do. Just kind of slowly replace this low density residential with our high density. Up here, this will stay as low density. Okay, I kind of want this to stay and you know, look nice over here. But this could end up being all apartments. Yeah, so we might need to start building more shelters, because our population is going up. Well, it doesn't look like it's going up now, but it will kind of it is continuing to go up. And the last time I checked, we only have about three. We have about 3 small emergency shelters that can hold up to 1,000 people. And we've got 8,000. So we may have to try and buy something like this with a capacity of 10,000, and that should hold us for a while. So I'm thinking about buying something like this. Another thing we're going to do is we're going to buy things like this little earthquake sensor, and going to just put it down right in the middle of the city so that we can sense earthquakes, just in case. Look at that. Wow. Okay, that's the whole radius that we're kind of protecting. We've already got tsunami warning stuff, so that's good. I'm not sure whether we should get weather radar and, you know, this giant deep space radar, because they're very, very expensive. So I'm not going to get that just yet. But I think we're pretty much covering all of the residential areas with our radio masts, so that if there's ever a disaster, we can, you know, kind of call, you know, tell everybody to go into the shelters, and then we can save our population. But wow, that population is going up pretty quick. I also replaced the high school because it just kind of is smaller, and it's, you know, uses space a lot more efficiently rather than the giant, you know, awkwardly shaped one from the European style. So yeah, that's what I'm using there. Looks pretty good, especially right next to the, you know, modern kind of station. Looks quite good there. Kind of fits in, I suppose. But look at this foot traffic over by the station. It's ridiculous. So all of the people who live out here and here, they all go down to this station, and then it takes them into the city. I mean, look at how many people are waiting to the train. They're all going to either factories or, you know, one of the stores and all sorts. There's a fire going on. Now, this is an issue that I wanted to tackle. Okay? I want to tackle the issue of our fire department, because we're having quite a few little forest fires, and I'm not liking it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save up my money, $55,000 of it, to get a fire helicopter depot, just so when we have fires in, you know, places that don't really have a fire department, we can easily get a helicopter over there to try and put it out. So that's what I'm going to do. And while we're at it, we're going to put down something like this, so this kind of fire watch tower. so that, you know, if there's some sort of forest fire over here, we can, you know, notify the people up in the what's it called, the fire helicopter place. Words are hard today. Yeah, we're also just going to put one over here so, you know, we can cover this area as well, because this is by the farms, and I don't particularly want the farms to catch on fire again. Now, while we're saving up for the new fire helicopter things, I just wanted to kind of say that we should build some sort of, you know, what's it called, a key or something? Some sort of thing like that. Oh, that's the disaster menu, you don't want to do that. But some sort of, not flood wall, but, yeah, here we go, key. So I want to build something like this along our coastline, so it looks really good, and so we can put down things like, you know, our industry boats and cruise ships and stuff like that. But we're not quite there yet, because we still haven't used up all this space. But eventually I want roads to kind of run along here, and, you know, us to have like a nice scenic road that goes right round past the quay. I think that would be really, really nice, something like that. But I would like to put in maybe some sort of little business park right over in kind of this section, in kind of the middle of our CBD. I would like to do something. I think we need some sort of plaza, right? Okay, so we're going to put this really nice looking park over here, right in the center, somewhat of a tourist attraction, I suppose. I think it looks really, really nice, right in kind of the center of our city. I really, really like it, and, you know, obviously, eventually, once we kind of get bigger buildings, we can put something, you know, even as big as, oh, I don't know, these giant towers, like this, you know, servicing something's right in the center, just, you know, to make these huge skyscrapers, and whatnot. Like, what is this stuff? Science Center, High Interest Tower? What? Look at that, we can put that here, 125,000. Have that right in our skyline. That would look absolutely awesome, especially maybe, like, on the coast or something. Oh, man, I'm so excited for the future of this city. Now, all of our high-density residential here has been filled, but we still have a huge demand. So we're going to need to, yeah, remove all of this and replace it with our high-density. I have a feeling that our city is about to have a massive, like, I'm talking colossal population boom here. Because that is high. That is really high for when we've just expanded our residential. Another thing, our commercial, it's also has a high demand, so we're gonna have to, you guessed it, go here and upgrade to our high density, because I'm just so confused about this. I don't know why it's doing this. I really have no idea. But it's surprising. It really is. That we're having such a high demand for... Oh no, this is residential. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do the other one. Oh no, the high density, yeah, high density commercial, not residential. Now, really quickly, I'm just going to... Now, I said I was going to hold off on this, but I'm just going to convert these two squares into offices, okay? Just these two. Okay, just the two there. Alright, just, you know, around the park, kind of that kind of area. I'm not going to, you know, do any more than that. I'm not going to do the whole thing. But just kind of that. See, everything's going down now that we've done that. And we actually really need to get a move on with our fire helicopters. Because I don't think that our fire department, like our fire trucks, is going to be able to do much about those trees that are on fire. And there we go, we've just placed down our fire helicopter depot or whatever. So hopefully those helicopters will start taking off and try and put out the fire that's already gone out. So maybe they won't take off right now, but maybe, just maybe, they'll take off when we do have our next forest fire. Now I can't believe it, but we have even more demand for our commercial. Not sure how, but I just know that we've done it. I'm very, very confused. Now, we're going to remove these, kind of, that power line there so that we can actually zone, you know, a new area, or, you know, zone more buildings. But we're just going to quickly de-zone some of these low density shops here, and then obviously rezone it as high density, just for the moment, you know. So we'll just get rid of that, and then we should be able to just select all of this and zone it as high density. But that's not going to be enough, just doing that little area. So we're going to have to expand even further, just out over here. And that should do it there. Okay, we've de-zoned all of that. I didn't really mean to de-zone the whole thing. But there we go. Now that's all zoned as high density. So looks like our economy is booming at the moment, which is a really good sign. We're doing really, really well.
Experts predict an earthquake could hit the area soon.
There's about to be an earthquake. I'm not sure where, but as you can see, I've tried to evacuate the citizens. We've only got a few. We only have like 3 shelters, and I don't have enough money because the large emergency shelter is $74,000. I didn't know it was that much money. I don't know where it's gonna. Where is it hitting? Oh, that's not good. That's gonna take out our main roads if it does that, and I don't want that to happen. That could be really, really bad. Hopefully it maybe sticks to the end here. Okay, we've apparently evacuated those buildings, and these buildings are buildings are slowly kind of being evacuated, but my goodness, that is not good at all. Okay, so the disaster risk is very, very high over here. Oh no. We're losing money now. We're losing money because of the disaster. Because everyone's being evacuated. Oh, listen to this sound. My goodness. Oh, that's really, really bad. I'm not sure where it's... So it's going to be somewhere over here in this area, maybe? That's not good at all. Luckily, we put down our sensor. I'm not sure where the sensor is. I think it's somewhere... Yeah, luckily we put down our sensor. Incidentally, we actually put down our sensor right over where the earthquake was going to be, so it was able to kind of sense it, which is good. Oh, we're actually having some crime issues, but our money is going down fast. We're going to go bankrupt here. Oh, here it's happening. It's happening. I just got an achievement.
An earthquake is
occurring.
There's
a giant crack.
Don't panic and wait for help if you are in the affected area.
Oh no, it's taking out all these roads. Oh, please don't go right through there. Please, not my new transportation system. Please, no. Oh no. It's just destroying everything. It's just gonna destroy everything. It's making buildings collapse. Is that it? Okay, we gotta pause. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What is this? Guys, this is not good. It's taken out piping and all sorts of stuff. Alright, well, let's not release the citizens just yet because they've got nowhere to go to yet. So we've got to fix this up immediately. Okay, first things first, we're going to take out a loan. And I'll tell you why, because it's going to cost money to repair, and we do not have money to repair. There we go. It's taken $5 grand just to pay back our debt. Just there. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to do level terrain. We're going to kind of, bring it up a bit. We're going to level it a bit like that. There we go. Okay, so we can kind of get it leveled out, which is good, but I hope we don't run out of soil or something, because, yeah, we're gonna need to... Okay, I think we've kind of filled it in to the best of our ability. I think that's kind of filled in. It's a bit, it's a bit, it's not perfect, that's for sure, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. Okay, has that fit? Let's see how that looks. Okay, you can hardly tell that anything was there. Okay, that's good. There's a bit of a mark. Looks a bit like the tornado mark, actually. but okay, let's see if we can kind of connect our roads back now. There we go. Oh, what we really need to do, what our top priority is to get that sorted. I can't remember which road it is. Yeah, okay, it was that road. Okay, good. But we've got to repair our roads here, because otherwise nobody's going to be able to get through. I don't think we lost too many lives because the affected areas were evacuated pretty quickly. So it was very, very lucky that we actually had that. It looks like our terrain's a bit uneven, so I'm just going to fix this a little bit. Here comes the disaster response units. They're coming back to fix everything up. Or to come and search for survivors, rather. I think that might be a fire helicopter, actually. I'm not sure. Let's find out. If we pause it, is that a fire helicopter? Yeah, it is a fire helicopter. I bet it's going over to this building. Over here. Yep, there we go. It's dumping water on it. Oh, that's cool. So it actually dumps water on buildings as well. Not just... Yeah, okay, on buildings as well, not just the trees. Okay, that's good. Okay, there's like 60 people left in it. Okay, so everyone's being released. Our money is going back up. Thank goodness. And we should be able to get our piping set back up as well. So thank you all very, very much for watching. This was a bit of a longer episode, or at least on my recording. Once I edited it down, it might be a bit shorter. But thank you all very much for watching. I'm doing that giveaway thing on Discord, so you might want to go check that out. But thank you all very much once again, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.